London once again. We are here. And today I've got an interesting, very interesting interviews with people who are on the front line. People who are putting their lives, their heart, their soul, their minds to keep London moving. And these are the heroes I am going to interview today, for they have put their life in the lines. So today is a special day, and I'm going to put. So we look out here, all the advertisement, the festivities, the news, things going around the world, and how the NHS is thanking all its members for doing an amazing work. So today we are going to thank all those people who are the frontline staff, who are giving their time, talent, and treasure to keep London moving. And very soon we are going to meet those stars who are going to tell us what they feel, and how and what keeps them going. Yeah, everybody is orderly. They're trying to give people, they're trying to tell people that if you are a key worker, if you're a nurse, you're a doctor, if you're a frontline worker, you get first preference. And people are following it in an orderly fashion. And this is what coronavirus has been fought in London. They're fighting everywhere. The message has been given everywhere that please wash your hands. Please take care. Please keep the distance. Pastor Dennis, do you have a message for the world? You're in a frontline work. Do you have a message for the world?
Yeah, it's very interesting that everybody have to look after he or herself very well. It's the same, there is a message around this time. It's not all that encouraging. So my message to everybody is look after yourselves and be safe. Peace in the world.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
You're an inspiration.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is the famous Fenchurch Street station. The Essex lines taking people from London to Southend, Shoeburyness, Tilbury Town, and other places in Essex. You can see how everyone is clapping and cheering for the medical staff, the NHS staff, people who've been working hard, people who've been sincerely and honestly doing their job to help the sick and the needy. And now I'll be going and speaking to one of our frontline managers, Stanley William Singh. And this man has been in the front line for a long, long time, with sheer dedication, determination, and discipline. And with a smile on his face, he is doing all the work. Stan, how are you today?
I'm fine, how are you?
Yeah, good, very good.
Excellent, excellent.
Tell us, how does it feel to be a frontline manager and keep London moving?
Right, well, to be a frontline manager is challenging, but overall very rewarding. Keeping passengers moving, customers, it's a great privilege. Unfortunately, at this present moment in time, with the current situation, we find that we have nobody, as you can see. There is one lorry coming through, nobody up in the offices. It's like a complete ghost town. This is the best company we've got so far. So there's ways of keeping busy, keeping everybody, the place sanitised, and keeping everybody safe. So as a frontline manager, I'm making myself busy doing that. and ensuring everywhere is kept clean, tidy and safe for all the passengers and members of the public coming through.
Excellent. What message would you give in such times to the world, to your friends, to your families, to your colleagues?
Stay safe. Look after yourself. Do the best you can for yourself and your family. At the moment, we've got a government warning. If you need to isolate, isolate. And do not come into contact with anybody who has got this virus. If you find that you have, please follow the government warning, heed their advice, stay at home. Keep yourself safe, keep your family safe, keep everybody else safe.
Thank you, Stan. No wonder they say, bling bling, Mr. Singh, you know baby, you are king. Thank you. And now, I have another frontline warrior who's been working day in and day out, getting London moving, and he's none other than Stan from Bulgaria. Stan, could you tell us, how does it feel to be a frontline staff?
Hello. For me, it's a little bit risky. Honestly, I'm not scared. I'm scared more for the people around me, but I'm taking it like very seriously. So I'm taking all the precaution. I wash my hand more often than before. It's risky because I met so many people during the day. I have to maintain the station clean, so my job is very important. It's not like the NHS staff, which is there on the front line, but it's still, I'm feeling a little bit frightened for everything.
What message would you give to people all over the world?
About the virus, protect yourselves, wash your hands, and I think that we're gonna win this battle, but I'm afraid of the war after it.
Stan, thank you very much for your time.
Thank
Much
you.
appreciated. Thank you. Morning, Ben.
Good morning.
Just two questions. How does it feel like? How does it feel like working frontline in a climate like this?
It's unusual, eerily strange this morning on there. There's hardly anybody around at all. Obviously, a lot of people are worried, scared, and we just got to hope for the best and hope in a few weeks it'll all be over.
How do you feel working in an environment like this?
It is worrying, obviously.
Yes, Ben, what message would you give to the world?
Stay safe and keep 2 meters apart from each other.
Thank you very much, Ben. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Okay, now we'll be speaking to another frontline staff, and this is Pastor Philip, a multi-talented person. He knows music, he knows the Bible, he knows speaking, he knows teaching, he knows preaching, and he knows what it means to work in a frontline work, helping people in such a crisis. Pastor Philip, do you have a word for the world? Would you like to give a word of inspiration? What would you say to the world around you, your friends, your families, and all your colleagues all over the world?
Well, I will say that these are very, very trying moments, but with God, all things are possible. Let's not stop praying, and let's keep preaching calm instead of fear. And I'm sure the good Lord will listen to us and everything will come back to normal.
Looking at the devastation all over the world, I am reminded of that song. We shall overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. And as history has proven, time and time again, we have overcome. Together for humanity, together for all the brothers and sisters, together for love, together for peace. And in the climate of discouragement, in the climate of despair, in the climate of destruction, will come together and will sing together and will speak together and will fight together. And I'm reminded once again the poem by Walter de Wilton. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you lose, you're lost. For out in the world you find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can win the prize. Life's battles don't always go to the strongest or fastest man, but sooner or later the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. And my message and our message to everyone watching this is, yes, we can fight this. We can get out of this situation. We can be together again as one world, as one love, and as one family.